this season and what you and Phil have kind of done to lead these young guys?
Coach tells us that we have to lead by example, talk to our younger guys, and just do all the little things. I mean, playing defense, rebounding, not worry about if our shots going in. So I just feel like our whole team has been doing that. Our whole team has had a great attitude, and we're just taking a step in the right direction.
You see big changes from November to December somehow?
Yeah, definitely defensively. Just like getting better, talking, all those little things that we need to be a good defensive team.
Jay, what did you say during that timeout when they tied it at 44?
I don't remember, but it wasn't anything awesomely inspiring. I can tell you that because we got some good shots. I thought we were still playing pretty well. I just wanted to kind of slow down the momentum. They're a really they're a really emotional team. I mean that in a good way. Like when they get going, they get out on the break, and this place gets going crazy. They've had a lot of success here because of that. It was more stopping that. I wasn't that concerned with what we were doing.
Second round right here.
Eric, it seemed like there was a more conscious effort from you to attack the basket today. You've been struggling with 3 from late. Is that something that you've talked about, or was that more of just how the game flowed today?
I definitely feel like it's just being aggressive. I mean, Coach gave you the confidence to be aggressive, shoot threes, and then also just take what the defense gives me.
Over here, Molly.
Jay, you told us a couple days ago that the first game of this tournament can be the toughest for the younger guys. Did you see a little bit of those jitters the first few minutes, and did you like how the way they really settled down as the game went on?
Yeah, I did. Sadiq Bey goes scoreless tonight. It was his first game in the Garden in the Big East tournament. It's impactful, man. It's impactful to me now, and I've been here. We don't need to talk about how long, but it's still when you walk on that floor, it's different, and it's exciting. It's also I've also seen over the years in this tournament, the team that plays the night before, they're not affected the next day. It's if they win, it's the following day. They're actually at an advantage because they played a game, they're in a rhythm, and we've been sitting around for 4 or 5 days, So that's what I was really concerned about, and I thought we did a good job coming out ready to play.
Yeah, here in the ring.
Jay, it seems like whenever you and Providence meet in the Big East tournament, it's always a slugfest. What is it about the Friars that make it so tough?
I just think they're really well coached, and we, Ed's been there a long time. I've been there. We really know what each other are doing, right? And we've had so many tough games with each other. I think the players are very comfortable in terms of style of play. The styles match up similarly. They're very tough defensively, very physical. They are similar styles of play, and I'm probably complimenting us more than them when I say that because they play really physical. We want to be that physical and that tough, and that's what all these games have come down to. You look at last year, we went through the NCAA tournament. You can say it afterwards pretty handily, but this game here we could have lost easily against Providence in overtime.
Right here on the left.
Oh, sir. First time I've done this. I'm sure you told these guys that this whole trip that you're starting on, every game is going to be hard, and you probably say that every year, and maybe you mean it more this year. I'm not sure. But is there a value to this game being as difficult as it was coming out of the chute? So they really know that now.
I think you and I have been doing this long enough that you've asked me that question before, and it usually is valuable to the other teams, but this team hasn't really wanted for tough games. We've had plenty of them. In the other years past, we've been dominant in some games. This team, every game's been a tough game. So we would have taken an easy one, but it certainly wasn't. And I'm happy that it was a tough physical game, and the guys played through it. They played through the physicality. I thought it was really good. Again, Sadiq Bey fouls out in 15 minutes. It's a physical game. He's got to learn how to play physical without fouling. That's what freshmen have to learn.
On the right, Terry, all the way down.
Jay, you talked about wanting to get Cole in the game and get him in, and you got him in pretty early in the first half there, about 8 minutes ago. How do you think he played today, and how valuable were his minutes?
Really valuable, man. His length defensively was great. He did a good job on the offensive glass. Offensively, he's always a threat to score. He got himself to the foul line. We couldn't have asked for anything more. He was awesome. For being out. He was out 6 weeks without being able to play, and then be able to practice. Probably hasn't played in the game really in 7-8 weeks. It's pretty impressive. Really happy for him, happy for us.
Right in the middle here.
It seemed like Eric's defense in the first half kind of jump-started you guys.
Eric's
defense in the
yeah.
first half kind of jump-started you guys.
Yeah. And then, you know, there's a responsibility on Eric and Phil that's off the charts. You know, they're our leading scorers, but also we put them on the best players. They have to defend them. He's our leading rebounder. There's just so much on their shoulders, and you know, we don't feel sorry for them. They don't either, but it's pretty impressive. And when he starts the game like that, it really does inspire our team.
Down on the right, Nicole.
Hey, Jay.
Nicole, in senior year.
No, I see all year. The question's about Eric and kind of just overall this season. Obviously, he's been in a different role. You've talked about how much you've put on his shoulders. What areas has he specifically improved in this year, and what's kind of the next areas that you guys are working on?
He has really improved in each area of the game, but mostly in being a playmaker, where he was always a great scorer and always a great defensive player, great rebounder, but we now put the ball in his hands to be a playmaker where he can score, he can get the foul, and then he can get other people's shots. Today he only credited for 2 assists, but you know, he hit Demir Cosby-Roundtree, which should have been on maybe 3 more assists for dunks, right? And last game I think he had 5 assists. So the ability to do everything, he can guard every position. He's, you know, I think his game actually fits the NBA game better than college. I think he's probably going to be a better NBA player than college, and he's a hell of a college player.
2 more. Right here, Jason. Go ahead.
You coming into this year, you had the 2 seniors, you had Phil and Eric, but how big is Collin Gillespie's kind of emergence for you this year as a third scorer been?
It's been awesome. You know, he's the guy that really had the significant playing time last year, even though it wasn't a lot, but you know, we count on him in some clutch situations. And again, he's another guy as a sophomore, kind of treat him like a senior. He's got to be a leader, and he's got a lot on his shoulders too. And he's been awesome all year, on and off the court. He's a leader in this program.
Last question, all the way back, Joe.
For Eric, what was it that you saw in the Providence defense that encouraged you to take the ball to the hole as much as you did today?
Honestly, just my teammates finding me in the right spots. I mean, it wasn't anything that they were doing specifically. It was just my teammates found me, and I tried to be aggressive and make the right plays, pass to my teammates, and try to just do everything.
Filling up, thank you.
Thank you, guys.